Good evening, everybody. It's Mr. Panda
And Roxstar.
from Manly Battleships to bring you another Last Week in Geek. Look, Rockstar's not dying.
Anymore. I actually have my voice back. I am not going to die. Stop it. All right, move on. What's our first piece of news, Panda?
First thing we have to talk about is some upcoming releases because we're all very excited about that. I mean, 2019 in general is just a fantastic year for nerds. We got Star Wars coming out for conclusion.
Yep.
We got
Endgame
coming up to conclude the MCU. There's another one that I'm forgetting.
No. The end of Phase 3 is actually Spider-Man Far From Home.
It's a fake movie. We know it. I believe that conspiracy theory now. In any case, what we do know to add to the greatest year for nerd releases ever, we got She-Ra Season 2 coming out on Netflix on April 26th, though it's just a couple days away. Well, not a couple, but a few.
A few.
And places like Den of Geek are apparently already spoiling it, so don't read them. Listen to us. It's great. It's going to be great. Maybe. Rockstar, I don't think you actually enjoyed that show.
No, and I don't have very high expectations of it either.
Maybe it will get better. It's going to be like...
I mean,
I was going to say like the Orville, but the Orville was already pretty decent.
Pretty decent, yeah.
And then it became great.
Yeah,
so,
that's not a good comparison. Like the Dragon Prince.
You know, I'm still... Moving on. But other than that, we do have Aggretsuko Season 2 coming out. Not an official date, but a new trailer is posted, and it's coming. It's coming. Like the dragons. It took so long. Other than that, we also have another posting update for Dark Phoenix from X-Men. So if you're interested in that, that's going to come out on June 7th. Maybe it will be okay. They managed to almost get traction on one or two things in the movies and then completely spin out on everything else.
I can't.
Hey, the slow-mo scene was really cool in the last movie. Deadpool's pretty good.
Sure. Okay, Deadpool, yeah, but that has nothing to do with... We're gonna move on, right?
To the next story.
To the next story.
Because releases might not be the best thing.
Well, yeah, okay, maybe releases might not be the best thing, but we're talking about possible projects that may be released, like Knights of the Old Republic. Maybe getting a movie and or a TV show, though at this point I think it's more likely it's going to be a TV show because they're not really confident in where the ending of Star Wars is going to lead for
Disney Plus.
Release.
Disney Plus all day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't personally support the idea of spreading the stream. But I can't say no to money.
Well, to be fair,
I'm biased.
I can't say no to Knights of the Old Republic. Love Knights of the Old Republic. There's a big worry that they're going to screw up, though. Honestly.
On a completely different property that you managed to see a truck-based review about, Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 2... had some very interesting moments. Overall, it had a pretty cool feel to it, but there was one scene in particular that had some people raising their eyebrows. In particular, people whose primary familiarity with the show is the book canon, and that is when one particular character gets naked to get down with it. And that had people rushing to Google to find out how old the character was. And I do mean rushing to Google. You can see there on the bottom of the screen the Google trend. No one cared until this moment. For those of you who are out there being sickos in your brain, don't worry, okay? TV canon is definitely different, and she's 18. She's totally 18. It's just like kiddie media. They're at least 18.
So she's not in junior
18! Junior college!
We're gonna move off from your junior college stuff off to another one that's actually already begun filming. Star Trek's Picard series, and the reason we call it that is because there's not actually a title for it, has already started filming as of the 22nd.
Well, I'm as excited for that as I am for young Indiana Jones.
Well, we know some of the writers. One of them is going to be the same one who directed that Orville episode with Dolly Parton in it. he's gonna direct like episode 2 or 3, but probably with a lot less Dolly Parton in it.
The return of a great Bad Boys.
Oh, yes, but that has some drama with it.
A director going back to what he knows best. Explosions, attractive women, and shooting. That's what he knows.
Yes, but from what we understand, one of the writers has outed Will Smith and says that if this flops, it's Will Smith's fault. A lot of the changes to the script has been done because Will Smith has been kind of shoving his own vision onto it. And let's not forget...
he is an integral character. It's his business.
But let's not forget the last time he tried his hand at writing something. Cypher Rage!
I thought I had blocked that out.
Well,
Well, hopefully it'll be a nice pick-me-up from Aladdin.
Sure. Have you seen that Smash Brothers tournament? The winner, Juan Hungry Box, got hit by a live crab.
In the best tradition of Otakon, Krabby.
Well, at least he didn't do an Ozzy Osbourne and then bite the head off of it.
Or toss it in a pot.
Oh.
That could have gone total Sebastian on them. It's a Little Mermaid reference.
I'm waiting for all the memes.
Telltale co-founder defends harsh crunch culture as a trial by fire. Specifically, Mr. Kevin Brunner of Telltale thinks that his employees do better when they run through the gauntlet, stay after hours, and make the game great again.
Do we remember that Telltale Games is the one that, closed down and then didn't give any of their employees any, end pay afterwards? Severance pay? Nothing?
Great company practices, guys. Yeah. In certain situations, I could definitely understand the perspective that pressure makes you perform differently and perhaps even better. This seems like a little bit of an extreme.
Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. We just had news about, Blizzard employees getting all sorts of mental breakdowns because of the crunch time. This is not the time to be announcing how crunch is actually very, very great for the employees.
Especially after your company just went bankrupt.
Yeah, especially after that.
Yeah, that's really working out for you, isn't it?
Jesus. Well, Amazon is going after a new property from the UK called Utopia. It's all about a bunch of young people who kind of get hunted by a shadowy organization after they find this graphic novel that has all these big secret conspiracies and stuff. So, sounds like it's going to be interesting.
Well, hopefully more interesting than what the Tolkien series might offer us in the Amazon adaptation.
We'll
don't get me wrong.
To see.
That could be good. I don't know. We don't know yet.
I have no idea.
First glimpses, young Aragorn, all that good stuff. I'm waiting for it. Final story for this episode of Last Week in Geek. We have a doozy for you. Reported by PC Gamer. We have a new game called Subverse that's being released by a company called Studio FOW. That's F-O-W. They've launched a Kickstarter for it. They have raised over $1 million for this game. And it is described as a hentai version of Mass Effect. That is what people are calling it. Subverse features a mashup hybrid of a tactical RPG and a shmup game. Shoot 'em up, if you're not familiar with the terms. And it has, quote, 9 waifus.
I remember when I told you I had 9 waifus, you thought I was being ironic. But no, that's literally how they said it.
What I thought was being facetiousness, no. Quote, 9 waifus. But at least they got the monies.
Yeah, they got all maxed out. So, somebody's even writing the sex scenes for one of the waifus. So, that ought to be interesting.
And all of the characters are at least 18. With that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this episode of Last Week in Geek. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later this week for some special videos, and next week for the next episode.
Like, subscribe, and comment, and let us know how you think we're doing.
Yeah.